Hello and welcome to my channel. This is kind of Krafty Kenzie. I am Kenzie. And my channel has everything to do with DIYing, crafting, turning trash to treasure, thrift flips, repurposing, upcycling, and some shopping hauls. Basically anything to do with home decor on a budget. So if that is something you love, you are in the right place. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Join my little crafty family. Put a little Kenzie in your day. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. It really helps my channel grow and I appreciate it so much. In today's video, I am bringing you 6 farmhouse planters. They were ridiculously inexpensive to make. I was able to repurpose lots of things and use Dollar Tree materials. So without further ado, let's go. For DIY number 1, I'm going to use this beautiful like glass ceramic porcelain, I don't know, some kind of texture, planter that one of my sweet subscribers sent me last spring. So Kelly, I am so excited. I'm finally getting to use this. When people send me stuff, I like don't ever want to use it because like, I don't know, you like want to keep it forever, but then if you do that, you're really like not, that's not the point. Anyway, so I'm still going to keep it forever. Now it's just pretty. Anyway, so I took this planter and I don't really care for like white, shiny, like the enamel look. I like my stuff to be very matte. So I went ahead and covered this in a moss green chalk paint by Waverly. I gave it 2 good coats so there wouldn't be any streaking or anything. Then I just grabbed my paintbrush that I'd been painting with and I had white paint in it. Obviously it's not a chip brush, just a regular brush. And I just like went really heavy around the edges to distress it, up around the top. And then across like the front of it, as you can see, I went like with really like thick strokes to almost give it that like super distressed look that you guys probably have seen. A lot of the times they do that farmhouse look with the white and the black. But then I remembered that I was going to put white vinyl on it and that it was going to be too much white on white. So I came back in with some more of that moss green. And then I just went ahead over it and lightened it up here and there. But I did still emphasize some of that like nice white, thick coloring. I think you understand what I'm saying. I don't know. Sometimes like when you're working on a project and like you're envisioning it in your head and you're going one way with it and it doesn't really look like it's going to turn out that way. And it's just like, no, just keep going, keep going. And then the more you keep going, it starts like coming together. You're like, okay, okay, okay. It's like that TikTok, you know, beauty mode. I don't know. So anyways, then I just grabbed a whole bunch of eucalyptus picks and lavender picks that I actually have from Walmart. And I just put them in there. I did put some floral foam in there so it would help them stand up so they wouldn't fall to the side or anything. And I'm outside voicing over, so you're probably going to hear my neighbor's rooster again. Anyways, you guys, I hope you like the way this one turned out. I love it. It does have 2 little holes on the back, or you could hang this up with like screws on your wall. But as you can see, it definitely stands up on its own, which would be an amazing option to put on a counter or something if you didn't have 3 children and an 80-pound, 5-month-old German Shepherd. So that baby's getting hung high on the wall in my house. But let me know what you think about this one. For this next DIY, it is super inexpensive, and I got most of the materials from Dollar Tree. Those terracotta pots came from Dollar Tree. They're like, you get 2 in a pack now for $1.25, and it is the like a little bit larger size. And as you can see, I just simply painted it with my gray chalk paint. I use my Dixie Belle Stormy Seas, but you could totally use Elephant by Waverly or whatever color you want to. Then this little glass candle holder, I think I originally got this from Walmart so long ago. It was probably under $1. And I used it for candles for the longest time, but now I'm kind of into more of like wax melts, if you know what I mean. Open flame. Kind of dangerous around my house these days. So I just simply painted that one white, and then I did attach it with some E6000 and hot glue, and I did put that ginormous jug of, oh, this phone. Don't text me all day when I'm voicing over, blow me up. I put that enormous jug of Mod Podge on top of it and let it sit overnight. Then I went ahead and wound a whole bunch of jute twine there around that little bottom, or what the top is, of the flower pot. Now I'm distracted by the text. I'm very bad. Anyways, now I just went around like the top of like the original candle holder, which is now kind of like, I don't really know what it is called now. I just went around the top of it and sanded it. And then I sanded like some of the edges like on the tippity tops. That way it looked nice and rustic and distressed. No point in worrying about the part in the middle because I'm literally going to cover that all up. You're not going to be able to see it. So I decided to kind of do like a little shabby chic vibe with this. It's still totally rustic farmhouse, but just a little touch of shabby chic. So I went ahead and grabbed this ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just wound it around, as you can see, like where the flower pot meets like the little glass plate. And I really dug it. I thought it was really, really cute. Now you're going to say, but Kenzie, your ribbon's uneven, girl. That's okay. I'm going to cover that up. I made a pretty little bow out of that same ribbon and wound some jute twine around it quite a few times. That way it would hold nice and tight. And then I had some little tendrils coming down. So it was like tying in all of the twine. Then I went ahead and grabbed one of these little jars that I got from Michael's, like probably last summer. And they're a really nice sturdy plastic, nice and thick. And I had this originally painted with my Dixie Belle Fluff, which is like an off-white, but I ended up not using it for what I was going to do with it. So I just went ahead over it with my Yankee Blue Dixie Belle chalk paint, which is basically like the same color as like Nautical or Ocean from Waverly and Home Decor. And as you can see, then I sanded through some of that blue. That way it would bring through that fluff color. I absolutely love doing that on glass in plastic jars like this. It's so, so pretty. So again, with some more jute twine just around the top of this jar because, you know, we're going to tie it all together. I did decide to go ahead and permanently attach it to the top of the little glass candle holder because I figured the colors, you know, it kind of went together. Without it, it's not going to be quite what it, you know, it needs to go together. It's one whole piece. Normally I'm like, no, don't make any permanent decisions because you never know when things could change. Permanent that baby down, glue it down. So I did. Then I went ahead and I glued some eucalyptus sprigs around the edge of it, and then put a little bit of floral foam in there, a little bit of reindeer moss to cover up the foam, and then added these gorgeous little yellow calla lilies. These come from Sell the Woodflowers, and their website is always linked in my description box. And I love these. These are so pretty. I've talked about the other calla lilies. I've DIY'd with them, and you guys have seen them, like in my last video, where it's kind of like an orangey, peachy color. Well, here are the yellow ones, and then later on you're going to see another color. So I love this. I think this is so cute. It totally matches my new, like, country kitchen theme and that blue color I have going on. But I absolutely love that little bit of touch of shabby chic. And like I said, this was so inexpensive because everything was like $1 to make these, you know, because Dollar Tree used to be $1. But anyways, let me know what you think. I interrupt these adorable DIYs being made to make a quick public service announcement. I need to thank all of my awesome subscribers for all of your love and support, tuning in and watching my videos, leaving inspiring and uplifting and just downright sweet comments. I appreciate you guys so, so much. I could not and would not be here without y'all. And all of my newcomers today, welcome to my channel. My name is Mackenzie, aka Kenzie. I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 little girls, and I am from a tiny, tiny rural town in Pennsylvania. As you can see, I am absolutely obsessed with crafting and DIYing, and if that is something you love, which I assume it is because you are here, you are going to love it here. So don't forget to subscribe before you go. Turn your bell notification on so you never miss an upload. I also want to let you guys know that I am over on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook, and all of my links are in my description box, the bio of my channel, and in the next video slide coming up. I would love if you come follow me over on Instagram because I'm able to interact with you guys a lot more. I share a little bit more about my personal life, and I love to see any DIYs that I have inspired you to recreate and put your own spin on it. I now return you to your regularly scheduled program. For this next one, we are going to build a planter because we are carpenters here at Krafty Kenzie. And the stupid phone. Sorry, you guys. I'm just so popular. No, it's my husband. What's for dinner? Anyways, I took these painter stir sticks that I get from Amazon, and they are linked below of this video for sure. Other videos I really couldn't tell you because I'm really bad at linking, but I am getting my Amazon storefront together, so hopefully everything will be able to be linked and easier for you to find. So I took these stir sticks, and I went ahead, and as you can see, I just measured like a little bit, you know, just basically drew a line to make a point drew 2 lines, that's a loud card, to make 2 points to make it look like a fence, like a picket fence. And then after I had one that I liked, I went ahead and then like traced it out for the other 4. I originally had 5 laid out, but I only ended up using 4. Then I grabbed some of these bamboo sticks that you can also get from Amazon that are also linked, and I measured them out to where I wanted them to lay, and they're actually going to go behind those paint stir sticks because it's going to look like a fence, obviously. Now, this little box came from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and give it a good paint. I'm going to give it a good paint. I'm going to give it a good coat of the white chalk paint, and then I did the same thing with my little fence stir sticks. So after I had those all done, then I just simply flipped them over and laid out where I wanted my bamboo sticks to go. You could totally use popsicle sticks for this part. You could use more paint stir sticks. I just did not want them to be as thick. I kind of wanted them to be smaller. So that's why I went with these. And plus I'm running out of paint stir sticks. I have like literally 6 left. So I need to click my own link and get some more. So I then was able to place the little stick down exactly where I wanted it because I was smart and marked it. And, you know, then it would be nice and even and all as well. So as you can see, I used 4 of those. And then after I attached them, I just flipped it over and then painted them in between where you could see. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the little box to the fence, I guess we could say, the backing of the planter. And then I noticed it probably could use maybe another one of those. But then I decided, nope, no point in it because you're not going to see it because I'm going to put florals in it and it's going to cover it up. So on the back, I decided that I wanted it to make it look a little more done. And I went ahead and attached some more bamboo sticks across the back so it like looked uniform. Now for the front, we're going to take some more of those paint stir sticks and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make little fences, but we're going to measure them so that they are not too tall, and we're going to put them on the front of our little box from Dollar Tree. So on the picture of Hobby Lobby, which I'm going to have somewhere in this part of the video for you guys to see my inspiration, they have spaces in between theirs because it would have been probably better to use one of one of Dollar Tree's like crate boxes that have the spaces. That probably would have looked more identical to what Hobby Lobby used for theirs. But I'm strange about floral foam. I hate when it shows. So I decided to do this instead. That way you wouldn't have to worry about seeing the floral foam, and I wouldn't have to worry about how am I going to cover it. Because I just can't, I hate when floral foam shows. So that's why I chose this one. And I put all of my little fence pieces together. And one stir stick would make 2 pieces because it literally like cut in half. And then I just put the little triangle at the end of each of the stir stick. I hope that makes sense. Things make sense in my brain, but then when my mouth opens, it's like, bleh. So I painted that white after it was attached, and then like I said, I put some floral foam in there, and of course I didn't bring it high enough so you couldn't see it through like the little handles on the side. And then I went ahead with some floral moss, just put it on top of some hot glue, on top of that's reindeer moss, on top of the floral foam. I'm just making up stuff at this point. So then I grabbed these lamb's ear picks. I get these from Amazon. I kind of find that they're like the best price, and they're gorgeous. They're like a nice light green. They're flocked, not too heavy. They're so pretty. And you get a pretty hefty bundle. I'll have them linked as well for you guys because I love them. Now here are the other color of solowood flower calla lilies I told you guys about. And they are this gorgeous lavender color. I love purples for spring, as if I didn't tell you that already. And I really love how this turned out. I think it's super cute. And again, I think it's a pretty good replica of what I saw at Hobby Lobby that I really liked and thought I can make that. So move over, Hobby Lobby. Kind of Krafty Kenzie's in town. So let me know what you think about this one, you guys. For this next one, I'm going to use this leftover sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. Obviously, it was from fall time, and I already had it painted white for a project and then never did it. I did have to touch up some boo-boo marks because it's been in my shed for a while, but I'm trying to use up stuff that I've already started and like just didn't get back to because I gotta make room for more stuff, right? These boxes came from a Dollar Tree as well. I got one in the 3 different sizes that they have, and I just simply removed all the the hardware off the front. I did save it because you never know, but I'm not going to use it today. And don't worry about those holes because we are just going to flip those over. All I did was remove the stickers and then sand the sticky off. I did not paint these. I left them in their all natural state because it's so pretty. Then I thought I was a sushi chef or something, and I was just going crazy on floral foam, making it fit in these little boxes. It all worked out in the end. Put some reindeer moss on top of it, and all good. Now, I took a bunch of little half beads that I get from Amazon, and I get them in a whole bunch of different sizes, and yes, they're linked. If not, let me know, and I will link them, because I'm terrible at it. And then I just kind of like glued them to the front and the corners to make them look like, I don't know what. It just gave it some texture and character, and I liked it. It kind of spruced up the front, and I like to spruce. So then I wanted to draw some faux shiplap lines, so I actually measured out, I can't believe I'm saying this, I measured out where I wanted my lines to go, so they'd be nice and even, and then I just drew the lines, and then I just went crazy and sanded this down really, really heavily all over the place to make it look nice and weathered and distressed. Now I'm simply lining up my boxes. Do this before you put your floral moss in it. Less mess. And I lined them up where I wanted them to go and made sure that the three were separated the same inches apart, if you know what I mean. So then I made a little mark where they were so I didn't lose my spot, and then I just went ahead and hot glued them down. You could probably use wood glue if you wanted. This isn't going outside or anything, so I feel it'll be okay. This angle's kind of goofy, but my camera's obviously above my head, and yeah, I was too lazy to prop it elsewhere. So what I'm doing is in the bottom one, I put in some eucalyptus. In the middle one, I took a couple Dollar Tree picks and just chopped off all of their greenery. And then in the top one, I'm using some boxwood. And I was looking on my phone at different herbs because I was trying to mimic florals that I have to what, herbs. So I went with sage, thyme, and Lordy B, not eucalyptus, oregano. So my eucalyptus reminded me of oregano, so we went with that. The stuff in the middle, kind of like little baby lamb's ear. The stuff from the Dollar Tree looked like sage. And then, believe it or not, thyme without the bloom. Am I saying that right? Thyme? Thyme? Is it thyme? Well, what's going to be thyme for me? It reminded me of the boxwood. So that is what I did with that. I attached a jute twine hanger at the top so this could hang. And I love this. It's a cute like little herb garden. I know it looks like we're done. We're not. There's one more. It was just very hard to get a good angle of this without showing you all of the other projects. But I didn't show you the last one because I like to be a little suspenseful. So make sure you stay tuned to see the last one because it's coming like right now. So for DIY number 6, I grabbed this adorable little frame from Dollar General for $3.50. I've had it on hand for a while, and if you think about putting 2 frames together and then having chicken wire, it is cheaper to just buy this frame like this than going to the Dollar Tree and using their stuff. So anyways, but you could totally do this by doing what I just said. I did remove everything and discard it because I'm not going to use it. And then I went over that black, the frame is black. I went over it really sloppily with some white chalk paint. Don't even have to worry about distress on that one. I did go over some of that chicken wire as well to make it look nice and distressed. Then I grabbed some salt shakers. These actually came from the Dollar General as well, and they're only $1 for 2 of them, I believe. So I went ahead and just covered those in my sage green chalk paint. I gave them like 2 coats, I think, and then I went over them like all the corners and the tops with my sandpaper to make them look nice and distressed. Then I'm just going to take them and simply measure them out where I want them to go on my frame. So as you can see, I use my ruler to make them as straight as possible. The chicken wire does kind of make this semi-difficult because it doesn't lay flat, so like the jars kind of want to roll. I did glue them down, but don't worry, that's not the only way I'm going to attach them. I just glued them down so they wouldn't move, and I thought this was just a little extra reassurance of attaching. So after I had them all glued down, then I went ahead and grabbed some jute twine and just simply ran it in around like the neck of like the little shaker bottles, and pulled it through the chicken wire in the back. So after I had all that done for all 4 of them, then I just went ahead and flipped it over and did like one tie down. You see, like just like one tie, like one double knot tied, and then I attached some hot glue, glued the little knot down, and then tied it some more, and then glued it some more. I just really wanted to make sure it was attached. They're super light. I don't really see them going anywhere, but you know, just in case. So anyways, that's all I'm doing here. And then as you can see now, I'm going to double knot on top of the glue, and then I simply ran the jute twine down the bottle and then glued it some more so it has a little bit more to hold on to. Like I said, I think they'll be fine. And then I just rubbed that in, cut off that excess, and did the same thing for the other 3 bottles. Then I went ahead and added some little shoestring jute twine bows to the front because I'm not putting any decals or anything on this. I'm not putting any wording or anything, so I thought just a little something more would be cute. And then I just went ahead, grabbed some different yellow florals that I have. Some are from JOANN, some are from the Dollar Tree. Just whatever I had that I thought would be cute, and kind of mixed them in a little bit and added some greenery from some of those calla lilies that you saw me use earlier. And that is it for this one. The frame already had sawtooth hangers on the back of it, so I didn't need to attach one. You could totally, if you wanted to, give it like a really pretty like rope hanger or whatnot, but I like the idea of there not being able to see a hanger. So anyways, you guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed these 6 farmhouse planters. I had so much fun making these. These were ridiculously inexpensive to make, and I think they look super high-end and super gorgeous. Definitely something you would see in a craft store or, you know, something like that. So anyways, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me so much. I truly appreciate it. I love and appreciate each and every one of you like crazy. You guys are the best. Subscribe if you're not. Give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow, and I will see you guys on Friday in my next video. Bye, y'all.